We're saying, should it be put on par with animal cruelty? But actually, it's over-loving rather than cruelty, because people love their pets so much. They're almost as important
My partner
to them as
loves the
children.
dog far more than he loves me. The dog is our #1.
He doesn't answer back, the dog, that's why.
Yeah, the dog doesn't answer back. The dog's unconditional love. The dog sits there with his tongue. I don't say it! I know I've lost the battle!
Who barks more?
Nadia, enough of that. It's so hard, isn't it, not to overfeed the dog?
I think it is, and I think it is cruel, but I do think that it doesn't come from a cruel place.
Yes.
It's about the intent, isn't it? But at the end of the day, rather like if your child is obese, really you're culpable, you have to be, because you're the one in control of their food. And it's the same with a dog. If a dog is fat, it's not unlike a cat who can roam around and get food from wherever. A dog can't. Yeah. So, I mean, my dogs, I'm quite extreme in what I do with my dogs, in that I only feed my dogs raw meat. So the bones, everything. So they get whole chicken legs, raw.
So
not cooked.
No dog food from the shops?
Cooked bones are dangerous, but raw bones are not. And they eat that every day since they were 6 weeks old. Because if you think about it, what does a dog eat out in the wild? And my theory on this is that, and I've looked into this, is that a lot of the pet foods that we are sold have sugar, have salt, rather like feeding your children processed food is the same with dogs. And, you know, I was talking to a vet and he was saying that these illnesses, diabetes, cancer, a lot of these things that dogs have now, skin conditions, is actually to do with the diet. So, you know, look into it, look into different ways and actually what you're feeding your dog, but also bread and butter, all that stuff, it's just so bad.
No human food.
Crisps.
Crisps. Apparently, if you give your dog one crisp, the salt is equivalent to their bodies of a whole pot of crisps like this. So they just can't cope with it. And again, I mean, I was in the park the other day getting my kids an ice cream, and there was a guy there with his dog that he obviously loved to be, with a double Mr. Whippy, and the dog was eating it. And I was just like, you're killing your dog.
It's because I think that it's because you feel like a dog is almost like another human. So you want to treat it like your baby or your human. And I can relate to that, definitely. But with regards to what I feed it, I wouldn't even know what. I couldn't imagine feeding my tiny chihuahua a big raw animal. Like, I just couldn't, I couldn't imagine it. She's only like this big.
What do you think? But what do you think
like
they
organic
used
dog
to eat?
food? I don't know.
I mean, they're domesticated, but physiologically, they're the same. You can feed your dog all the loveliest food indoors. They're going to go outside, they're going to catch a rat, they're going to catch a bird, they're going to eat it.
And they'll eat dog poo. They'll eat
poo. My dog does not eat poo.
When you think about it, what does a dog normally eat? That's the first thing that popped into my head. My dog eats poo.
Andrea, I've got to confess to some real big dog food sin. Like 2 years ago, I was in America and it was Thanksgiving, and in the pet shop, I bought the dog a Christmas present. How sad is that? And it was a tin of special dog biscuits, and they were little green, in the shape of little green Christmas trees.
You did that.
Yeah, and I handed it over on Christmas Day. Obviously, the dog ate loads of little green biscuits, and guess what colour his poo was? Bright green.
Do you remember in the old days, in the 70s, when you used to see a poo on the street, it'd be white?
Yeah.
Where have all the white poos gone?
That's something I ask myself every day. Where are all the white
They used to eat bones.
My dog hasn't eaten all of them.
They used to eat bones from the butchers, and that's the calcium.
OK. Very quickly, we saw obviously the footage there of that poor little sausage dog was really overweight. They have slimming clubs now for dogs. Is this something that you would do? I don't mean yourself, I mean send your dog to a...
Do they sit in a circle and confess?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe they'll bring out a DVD these days. Some protein shakes.
No, basically, dogs need to be walked more.
They do.
And I'm sure we wouldn't have a country of obese people or obese dogs if everybody just got off their backsides and walked.
We could
for
send the
half
children who need to lose weight and the dogs who need to lose weight, send them all to the park.
Yeah.
There you go,
No
job
processed
done.
food.